A big hello and a warm welcome to all of you amazing and beautiful people out there to my channel, the Twinflame Union. And this is part 2 of the channeling session where the Divine Masculine is saying to the Source, to God, that when will the real meeting, the actual meeting, the proper meeting, the union happen with my Divine Feminine? And this is part 2, so welcome back to part 2. The title, of course, is Divine Masculine Wants to Know When the Real Meeting with the DF Happen. Now, in this channeling session, there's one more thing which is happening very strongly, very intensely, is that the same conversation that the DM is having with the universe. Because normally, if you see that it's the Divine Feminine who is mostly talking to the universe, to her masters, to her guides, to her angels. But here, the Divine Masculine, for him, talking to DF now has become a very regular part of his life. Even though he may not be picking up the phone or writing an email, but he has, because of his limitations, which we have to give it to him, he has his own limitations, he has his own challenges, and he is working out on the things that he goofed up on. And as I told you in part 1, in some cases, there is communication also happening. But, in their mind, mentally, both of them are feeling that we are not together. We are not fully together. We are together, we love each other, but we are not fully together. And if you have heard the part 1, then I have also shared what are the different levels of communications that are happening. And let me also tell you that this can also happen with people who are living under the same roof, who are with each other, but they are living in a way that has taken them very far away from each other. So even they are trying to put the pieces together. And you may think that how is this possible for two people to live under the same roof and still be in separation? You don't know that there are many cases like that in the Twin Flame Ascension journey, where the divine lovers are probably having many issues to deal with. So they may have not moved out physically from one another, but mentally they got separated, and both of them had a very bad time even to have one meal together. Imagine how that feels, when you're living with the person you love, both of you love each other, but the differences or the problems are so big that you cannot even sit without having an argument, without having a fight, without, crying, without having mean things to say to one another. So even that is possible. So if someone is in that situation, this channeling is also for you. And this is for all the different types of communication patterns. Okay? And I'm repeating this here again in part 2 because I really want you all to know that it is not necessary that your Divine Masculine has sent you one message or two messages, or you probably spoke to one another for like 12 hours non-stop, and then there was an awkward silence, and then after that awkward silence he was like, I don't know what to say next. So he kept quiet, and you were like, okay, I'm not going to bother either. So you kept quiet. But it's not like for some people, I can imagine there is no contact for many years. So the level of energy, the level of intensity, and the energy upgrade that is being given to you all, I have been told in this channeling that it is for everyone. Be it those Divine Feminines and Masculines who are living under the same roof, or those who have not communicated at all for a long time. There has been dead silence. So all of those people are included in this channeling, because every single person out there, every DM and every DF is feeling this way, that when will the real union happen? When? Now in this channeling, a word has popped out a lot, which is the word is fakir. And when I did the part 1, that time also the word fakir came out. Then I thought, okay, how is fakir connected to this? So when I was uploading or recording that particular channeling, at that time I didn't cover it. But then this word came again and again and again. And strangely, someone walked up to me I was just having a conversation and someone walked up to me, and I was distracted by two people talking, and then I overheard that one person asked him, hey, so what's up with you and how's your life? And the other person literally said, well, I am a fakir, and fakirs don't question God. They don't question what's happening in daily day-to-day life. They just live life how it is happening to them. So, in Hindi they say, fakiro ko kya chinta? Like, why should fakirs worry? So this word fakir came to me yesterday, it came to me day before, it came to me when the channeling was sent to me. But obviously due to my busy schedule and due to all the coachings and therapies, sometimes I'm not able to do the channelings regularly. But I try my level best, and I know I have to do it on a daily basis because I've been guided to do it right now. For the current time frame, I've been told that I have to do it daily. I don't know if it goes on for 2 years, 3 years, because there was a time when I was told not to do any channelings, just focus on my writing work, just focus on, other things that I'm doing and be more focused with the animals. During the lockdown, I was completely being guided to stay only with the animals and only do my, my own mental work. And the channelings, whatever channelings came, I was asked to record them. So in some of the information videos also, you will notice that I have short hair, and then you will notice me putting another video which has really long hair. So that's because at that time I was asked to record them, I was asked to make them, but I was asked not to upload them. These things also happen, guys. So this channeling, when it came to me, fakir word came. So I want to tell you guys that the universe is actually telling you to live like a fakir. Now, obviously in the Western culture, the word fakir, it's Fakir. That is the word fakir. Is not very popular. It's not common. But today in this community, today I'm sharing this word for all of you, whosoever listens to it, whether it's 3,000 people or 5,000 people or 20,000 people or 1 million people, that doesn't matter, even if it's one person. But you have to Google the word fakir and try to do the research on what a fakir does, what a genuine fakir does, what is the lifestyle of a fakir, and in the modern world, how a fakir should live. Okay, and it's very interesting. Last year, a friend of mine had come to my house. He's like my brother. I call him brother. He's my, you can say, dharam brother, not a biological brother. He's from another country, so he was dressed like a fakir. So when I looked at him and I said, hey, you have started dressing up like a fakir. So otherwise he wears a cap or he's wearing normal clothes, but I also made a vlog about this thing, with this whole concept. So at that time, this fakir channeling was given to me. So I channeled it out in a different format, in a different way, in a vlog format. And then I left it over there because that's how I was guided. And then again, this came to me, and around 14 years back, I had a divine encounter with a fakir, and Indians would know him really well, but if you're a Westerner, you may not have heard about him. His name is Sai Baba, and I had a divine encounter with him, and he asked me to do certain things. And since then, I've been on my mission with street animals, especially street dogs. So Google the word fakir and see what fakirs do, how they live. And I don't mean what they wear, because you can, in your head, you could be a fakir. In your mind, you could be a fakir. In your living, in your talking, you could be fakir. So, and in the modern world also, you can be a fakir. You could be wearing a jeans t-shirt, but you could be a fakir. You don't have to necessarily wear a robe, because back in those days, fakirs used to wear robes. So this word fakir came to me again and again, so I'm just relaying it to you. Now, the lines, the statements. The divine masculine is like, there is this one person, I really like her, okay? And now he's saying that it's not just that she's a woman, that's why I like her. But I'm so drawn to this woman. I'm so drawn to her body. In a way, love, it's like divine love, it's very pure love. you guys can understand it. Not everyone can understand it. A normal person cannot understand it. A regular householder cannot understand it. But he's saying that the way I see her body, the way I see her skin, he says that I really like her skin. Now, even if you don't feel that you don't like your skin or you have bad skin, but it could be anything. It could just be your hand that he looks at, or it could be your face he looks at, or it could be just some of your pictures he looks at, or it could be the glow on your face. You know, there's a light that oozes out of people who are different, who have a beautiful shine. So he really likes that light. And there is a word called precipitation. So one of the divine masculine had once told me, and again I did not upload it back then, so I'm going to add this too. He told me, it's so funny, he told me that she was standing outside under a tree somewhere, and the sunlight was falling on her face, on her skin, and it was slightly warm weather, slightly hot weather. So there was precipitation on her face, like very small, like very small dots of water, of precipitation on her face. And that precipitation on her face, while the sunlight was falling on her face, looked so beautiful, so beautiful. You know, that the whole combination of the light, the skin color, and the precipitation, he was so enamored by it. So imagine the divine masculine notices such small details about the divine feminine, which the divine feminine has no idea about. Then another divine masculine told me that, oh, I just love her skin. Just love her skin. So I asked him, so do you really get to touch her skin? Because I was being a little bit mean. Because I got the intuition that he does not get to spend so much time with her. He said, no, I look at her videos, I look at her pictures, and whatever little time or whatever times that we have met, I just kept looking at her skin. And then he spoke about her hands. There were little hair growth, very little hair growth on her hands. And that looked so beautiful because it made me feel that she's so raw. She doesn't care about waxing her hands. I know it did sound so weird, but I was like, okay. So all of these things are being given to me in this channeling. All of these little beautiful things that the divine masculines have been actually thinking about, like, which you may not even think, like the pores on her skin, the way she keeps her hair. You might be thinking, oh, my hair is so messy. It's like always right, out there. I don't even comb my hair. I just take a shower and it's all messed up sometimes. And those are the things that he is noticing, that her hair, which is undone and, like little bit messy, little bit wavy, it looks so good on her. Or just the way she dresses up, the colors. One of them is talking about a very cute bracelet that she wears all the time. And one of them is talking about a chain, a gold chain or something, gold or could be silver. Some jewelry that he is really, he's like, wow, that's such an interesting piece of jewelry. Somebody is talking about the books she reads. Just such lovely books she reads, like very different. Not like the regular, that you see in the market, everyone is reading. She just finds very different books, very scientific books sometimes, books about genes, books about angels, books about past lives, books about source energy. Where does she find these books? Like who reads all these books? I don't know anyone who reads all these kind of books, only she does. So these are the things that he is saying to me, and though I have to still do a different channeling for this particular statement, but I'm going to do it separately, and you'll understand why I'm doing it separately at that time then. So these are all the things, and now he's saying that why can't I have it all at the same time? Like why do I have to, wait for it to happen in bits and pieces? And how this is being mirrored by the DF, I'll tell you. Actually, it's the DM who's mirroring the DF. It's the other way around. But what is it? So yesterday I told you there were a few lines like when he says, when there will be a meeting, when there will be a meeting with the person I like so much, with the person I'm so fond of, with the person I really want to be with. I'm trying to, some of them are trying to actually message her and say, fixing a plan. And she goes like, no, I don't have time. Or even after she says, yeah, let's catch up, then next day she's not the same. So he's like, why is this discomfort? Why is this uncomfort? Why can't I just, like sit in my car, drive to her, meet her? Or if they are living together, why can't I just walk up to her and say, hey, hug her and say, I love you. So they're all having this awkward gap in between. Now the same thing is being mirrored by the divine feminine, who is so much into she's really integrating with the source. Like I actually feel these very powerful divine feminines in different parts of the world who have really gotten awakened. And they realize that their mission is everything, why they are here is everything, their purpose is everything. Okay, there is a divine masculine somewhere, okay, he loves me and all that, but I can't always be thinking about him and what is he thinking about me and, things like that. I just want to know, why do I always feel that I'm not fully integrated with the source? Like, does the source love me? Does my Lord love me? Why doesn't my Lord give me a sign? She's looking for the signs which tell her that now she's permanently one with the source. There's a permanent union. And then she talks about the same thing, that the birds, there are these birds that stay up for the night, for the day. Then there is this dark moon, and there are these stars. They all look to me. They all look to me. And I just want to be a humble servant. I just want to be his servant of the source. Now there is no his or her in the source energy, but then when we talk like that, so she says, I want to be his servant, and that my only destiny is to be my master's servant, and when I feel that my master is not giving me enough signs, that my master is completely looking at me, I can always look up to my master, and my master will always look up to me. That's the only thing I want. I only want the love of the source. I don't want anything else, in this life. And why are we even separate? Why are we separate? How the clouds cannot be separated from the lights. The sun cannot be separated from the sunlight. The moon cannot be separated from the moonlight. Then why do I have to lose my master? Why do I have to lose my Lord? She's actually calling the source Lord. That you are my Lord, you are my everything, you have given me so much peace. And these are the divine feminines who have actually attained a lot of peace. They have attained a lot of mastery. They can easily see who they were 6 years back, 7 years back, 8 years back, 10 years back, 2 years back, even 1 year back, and who they are now. Like 1 year back, I was such an agitated person. I was so restless. I was so miserable about something that I was not able to achieve. And now I can do it with ease. And it's all because of my source. It's all because of my master. It is my master whose grace has made me this person, this independent woman, who's not only independent materialistically, but physically she is independent, emotionally she is independent. So the love that she has found from the source is so beautiful that she's full of gratitude.